when you see a Fender, you don't know what I'm going to do. You have to expect the unexpected when you come to a Chuck Fenda show, but you're going to be leaving entertained.
Thank you, Chuck,
Thanks.
for meeting with us. The first time I saw you was 2005 Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
Which was like 1 or 2 day, or the day that Drama with Fifth Element,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I remember, like, you came out so hot. And I just remember, like, oh, this guy has something to prove right now. And it left an indelible mark.
Yeah. It's just the energy, within me. Mm-hmm. And it's just a fire, unconditional fire that's been burning ever since.
Yeah.
Ever since I came out with Fifth Element from around 2004, mm-hmm. that fire never outed. And it's always been blazing. Mm-hmm. Even when people don't see me out there or they don't see me on the shows and stuff like that. But, whenever I come out, whenever they see me, it's always electrifying. Because it's a duty. I'm just on a mission. It's a mission for me. I was elected to do this, so I'm here again. So, back in Seattle, Washington, I haven't been here in years. Like over a decade, I haven't been here. So, we have to. Yeah, I'm good.
What is the mission?
Well, the mission is about bringing back, consciousness, right, awareness to the people. Because I'm a spiritual artist, I'm a messenger of the Most High, mm-hmm. And I know the real authentic reggae, been missing a while off of the scene down here, a lot of people been saying that we really want to see that authenticness again, and we haven't getting that much of that, mm-hmm. So we was trying to get back in the market down here. It was kind of difficult at first because some of the people that we were working with before no longer on the front line.
Right. Yeah, things
So I got called for Reggae on the River last year. They called me and said, "Hey, we want you back on Reggae on the River." Because what I've been doing, because I've sold out Central Park. I was Central Park. It was devastating, and I went to Rule Reggae, all these other festivals in Europe. So it was building a momentum coming along. And they reached out to me and said, "We would love to have you on Reggae on the River." And then I came and, I was there. Turned it out. What's so amazing about it, was when I climbed all the way up on the pole, because I went up all the way up on the pole.
Climbed up
all the way up to the top. All the way to the top. Everybody was getting scared. And then the bandsman just cut the rhythm. Go on plant with him. Doom, doom, doom.
Go on plant?
Doom, 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 doom. I said, helicopter in the air, police are move through the square.
Yeah. Oh no, that's over.
Devastated, over. Because they never seen that before.
Right.
And that's what I bring. When you see a Fender, you don't know what I'm going to do. You have to expect the unexpected when you come to a Chuck Fenda show. But you're going to be leaving entertained. Yeah. So I'm bringing that energy to Reggae on the River. It was just, the show was over. Everybody was messaging me the next day and said, "Man, you were so awesome." But it's just the powers again within me. And then, I started looking back. I said, "Well, I really need to come back on the West Coast, because I've been missing so long off of the West Coast." And then we have this new album, latest album, Eternal Fire, just came out. And so, I reached out to Miss Jennifer, because I met her at Reggae on the River, and I was like, "Hey, I've been trying to get back down here," and I reached out to a few booking agencies, but I haven't got any reply back from them, and I just feel that I need to be back on the West Coast, because I love it. I love this place. I love the people. They are beautiful people, well warm, and show me a lot of love. Yeah. But I got to get back in the West Coast, because I need it. And I say, "You know what? I need you. You're gonna be my booking agency down here, and everything." And and here it is. Everything manifested. Now we're on the road. So I really appreciate her for that. I appreciate Sean 203 Studio. But she did a lot of work. To make this happen, and we put in a lot of work together. Even though a lot of people think that we couldn't have done it, but we did, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful for the love of the people, and I'll be back and tomorrow at the Nectar nightclub, gonna be something
Oh yeah.
that they're not gonna.
Always good
It's gonna.
crowd.
I'm already playing it short in my head already from December. From the time Miss Caroline called me and we link up and and everything put together. I say, yo, I need Seattle. I need this place.
Yeah.
I got to come back and stamp my approval here because it's been a long time. They haven't seen me. So it's going to be an awesome show. If you miss a show like this tomorrow, you're missing a show of your lifetime. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be calm, relax, drinking my sea moss, drinking my water,
Yes,
you know, and just waiting for the time. And the time is now. Tomorrow is the time.
Yeah.
It's over tomorrow.
And then and then you're staying on the West Coast. For
Definitely.
A week or so?
So we leave Friday morning to LA. So
Where are you playing in LA?
at the Starlight Ballroom.
At the Starlight Ballroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I never been there before, never been at that place, but I know I performed in LA years ago, but again, to return to LA, the Living Fire, Chuck Fenda in LA, I think this is more than a wildfire.
What's the date for that show?
It's going to be Friday the 11th.
Friday the 11th.
Yes.
Okay, and then
So it's a day after Miss Caroline's show, after the Nectar nightclub.
Okay.
So we just leave right down to LA. And that's where the wildfire continues.
Yeah.
Because the wildfire starts tomorrow, you know,
Yeah.
at the Nectar nightclub.
Different kind of wildfire.
Yeah, different. Not a literal fire that's gonna burn or burn down places, but a spiritual fire that the world need. Because there's so many empty souls out there need to fill with righteousness, and nothing is new under the sun. Remember, you know, nothing is new. So remember Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, you know what I mean, Bonnie Wailer, you know what I mean. They set the foundation for us. So we just carrying on that work. So, you know what I mean, nothing is new under the sun. Everything was here from before. So it's just a continuation of what was from then till this time, you know what I mean? So I'm just playing my part, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, just playing my part.
That's right. So how did you get your start? You were born in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So if things had worked out differently, I could be talking to Chuck Fenda, the legendary MC. Right?
Yeah, but what happened is that my mother was pregnant with me in Jamaica, and then she came here to have the baby. And then when she had me away in Brooklyn, she sent me back to Jamaica when I was 6 weeks old.
Okay.
And I didn't come back till I was around like 15.
Oh, wow.
13, 14, around 15, 15 years old when I started back high school in Windsor High School. So most of my life I spent in Jamaica. You know what I mean? When people were telling me that, hey, you know that you're born in America, so like, I don't know. You know?
Right.
But she just brought me back to Jamaica, gave me to my grandmother.
Yeah.
I never seen her from that. I never seen her. I don't know my father. I don't know my mother. I don't see her up to this day. I spoke to her like a couple of months ago, you know, because I heard she's in somewhere in LA at Spring Valley.
Okay.
You know, I think she got sick now and stuff like that, but I don't know who she is. I've never seen her before, but I love her the same way.
Right.
But that's how it is. I see myself as Melchizedek in the Bible, man of no descendants. Okay. You know what I mean? So in life, I can't take no side. I got to be on God's side. The Creator is majesty. So that's how I come in earth. No mother, no father. But I got to be on God's side. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I have to do, consciousness. Because what I've been through, my life, my whole life story, my growing up as a child, what I've been through. So I have to change people's life when I go out and change youths them life. Bring them to consciousness, bring them to righteousness, get them self-awareness up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then in Jamaica, so how were you exposed to music early? Like, how did you get into making music?
It was ordained. So I can't tell you that, yo, you know what I mean? My thing is just ordained. I was born to do this. When I look at myself, you know what I mean? I just know that from day one. I came into this earth. This is what I was chosen to do. I can't do nothing else but to sing. I don't know, even at my house, even though sometimes when the door to change, my wife changed the door. Like she fixed everything in the house because I just want to sing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just go in this, put me in the studio now, play the rhythm, my head will be totally blank. But once you put the headphones on, the universe is gonna tell me what to say. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm just born to do this. So for me to come out here, it was, you know what I mean, I was elected to do that because I know the West Coast need back this consciousness because it's been missing a long time. You know what I mean? People need to get back this real consciousness. You know what I mean? So I'm just here to deliver what the most I want me to come and do is to bring back the message to the people, bring back the authenticness, and bring back that reggae music to the people and bring them together. You know what I mean? That's me. That's my part. You know what I mean? So I'm just playing my part to be back here. You know what I mean? And let people feel good and, you know what I mean, take all of this stress off themselves. You know what I mean? You know, build up back their self, you know, them self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know, all of that. You know what I mean? Elevate the consciousness. That's what I'm ready to do.
Yeah. So would you say the same about your style? That like your style was ordained, or was that like heavily influenced by a particular artist, or?
Well, at first, coming in at first, I used to like want to be like when I just started out jammers back in jammers days. You know what I mean? When I was in New York and stuff like that, I really like Rodney Price.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. He inspired me. You know what I mean? But then as I transitioned into my own self, when I went to Fifth Element and start finding my true self and finding Rastafari and the whole consciousness, you know what I mean, and start looking into myself and getting connected to the light, you know what I mean, to the supreme being, and finding Rastafari, then I see my true purpose now and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, I got to go out there and save life through my music. Because back in the days, I used to be this big bad gun DJ, you know what I mean, back at King Jammy's studio, shut your mouth and bad man talking, gun brand new.
Right.
So I was singing songs that wasn't of me. That, you know what I mean, at the time. But then when I found my true self and get the true calling and know my purpose, because I've seen it so many times. There's so many times I've gone on stage and I overcome every obstacle that come in front of me. You know what I'm saying? They will give me, like, I've been on some of the biggest shows around the world, in Jamaica, biggest festival in Jamaica. And times that they give me to perform, these are times that will just destroy your career completely.
Right.
Because you know the music scene in Jamaica sometimes, if it depends on what time you go on as an artist. If you have to look at the time. So as an artist, you know that you have to be on certain times. I would have to catch 1 o'clock. I like to catch 2 in the crowd, because these crowds are these are no patient, relentless. When the crowd get away after 2, 3 o'clock, they get mad and crazy. You have to know you have to come good after those times. And those are the times that they give me. When I go to Sting sometimes, I think I went to Sting 1 year, and like 5, 7 artists went on stage, and we start getting battle stars, throwing artists start getting run off stage and stuff like that. And when I say what time I'm working, they told me I'm working 5:30.
In the morning?
In the morning. And them times I was just coming out, and I'm start getting out in myself. I was like, I'm start wondering what's going on. I'm start getting scared now. In myself, I was like, 5:30? Mr. Link said, yeah, 5:30 I work. You almost close the show. I said, me? And then you have big, great artists who was before me, worked before me already, and went home.
Yeah.
And the crowd out there, still out there. I said, put on Fenda 5:30. In myself, I think my career is going to be over then, because I didn't have the self-confidence at the time. But when I went out there, it's like the show just started. It's like the show just started once I go out there. So I start understanding myself. I said, no, man, there's something about me there. You know what I mean? I went to Rebel Salute. You know what I mean? I went on stage 7:30 in the morning. Because when I went, Tony Rebel saying that, hey, I close the show tonight. I said, me, I close it?
We don't get exposed to those types of...
So when these shows get you so tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So...
It's like fire sharpens fire.
Exactly. So, just to answer your question, to show you that, you know what I mean, I know that my purpose was different on earth. This is what I came here to do. So I've been through so much already that, you know what I mean, there's nothing else that I could out there who could just phase me right now. I just know that so coming, I told Miss Jennifer, I told her, I said, yo, listen to me, I need back California. I asked her, I said, I need to be back on the West Coast. I need the West Coast. I need to be back on the West Coast. I call her every day. I say, yo, we got to get back on the West Coast because that's what's a calling. You know what I mean? To know that I got to get back on the West Coast. The West Coast need the consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you came today because you just didn't came out of just coming like that. We had to do this interview for you know what I mean, to get the message across to the people. Them, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So this was just ordained again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Was set. Nothing happened for us like that. Everything is for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to be back on the West Coast. So you're gonna see a lot of me back on the West Coast now.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean? So there's, you know, nothing can stop this fire tour.
That's right.
Nothing at all.
That's right.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what God ordained, no man can destroy it. So from God ordained it and put it together, nothing can stop it. That's why we say no one can stop this fire. The song came. Even the song when it came, we was promoting the album and stuff like that. But we have a new song that say nothing can stop this fire. And we was like, what are we gonna call this tour? And Ms. Jen was like, I think we should call it Can't Stop the Fire Tour. So
That's perfect.
So it's not, you know, so we have to get the message out there. Nothing can stop the message.
Right.
God just said before, one of his words go to pass, heaven and earth crash. So the message got to get out there. And you're one of the people that have to help me get the message out there. We have to get this message out. We have to get back. We have to get back to the people.
Right. And so that before the interview started, we were talking a little bit about like declining reggae, maybe popularity worldwide, right? And what we can do to help bring that back. And so, like, do you have thoughts on that, other than, you know, being present more often in America, at least, or wherever, globally, really? But
you know, all the time I hear that, you know, people come and say, boy, you know what I mean, the decline of this and that, you know. And I was in Jamaica, you know what I mean? And my wife was saying that, she was saying, hey, why don't you try to go back to America and get back in over there and try to start touring back over there and bring the energy over there, because you have done so much in Jamaica, you know what I mean? And I think you should just take on the US scene and bring the energy back. And you know what I mean, I was looking into it, and then she came over here and got a nice job, you know what I mean, and stuff like that with the city. And then she was like, bring up the children, them, and she was like, this is a perfect opportunity to come and try it. You know what I mean? But living in America and then you're not touring, you have to be touring. And as a reggae artist, we have to get back on the road to tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where, you know, that's where you come along now. And then we was working on this album, me and Fireway and 203 Studio working on this album and stuff like that. And the album dropped, Eternal Fire. And we say, yo, we have to get back, so we need a booking agency. But like I said, the agency that we know no longer on the scene, because we used to use like Rude Girl and other people, and we don't see these people anymore. So, you know what I mean, maybe these newer people,
right.
I don't, you know what I mean, I don't know. We reached out to a couple of them and they didn't reply back on anything. But we didn't give up with us. You know what, we're going to do it ourselves. So that's why I told Miss Jennifer that your job is to be a booking agency.
Right.
I see you as this great booking agency.
Yeah.
And she was like, no. I said, trust me, you are.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing a phenomenal job with Sean. You know what I mean? She's doing a fabulous job.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? She's working right now. She's working on the Europe tour. You know what I mean? We heading to Europe this summer. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
We're trying to work on to the East Coast again. You know, we're gonna working on the East Coast. So, you know what I'm saying? We in the UK again. You know what I mean? So we just pushing out there. Like we said, we got to get back the message out there.
Right.
And we can't do it alone. You know what I mean? We need the love of the media. We need the love of the people. You understand? We bring in the authenticness. We bring in the realness. this is not about these illusion music, you know what I mean? We're not doing no negative thing, nothing to, you know what I mean? Crime and violence, that's what we step on crime and violence. We're trying to take the gun out of the youth, man. You know what I mean? We take the girl and say, you're Mother Earth. You know what I mean? Stop whining upon this buckle thing and, you know what I mean, doing all this craziness just for social media, hype and all of that. You know what I mean? Because hype is just an illusion. So we don't want to get too much in that illusion. We have to bring back the music, and this is the music that brings people together. Remember Bob them set it, you know? Bob Marley set it, you know. Look upon the great icons and before we have they set it, you know. So we have to continue this. We can't make this music water down or defile the music. We have to continue on that part, and then youths after me gonna come and do the same thing. So we have to continue on this part. So we have to get back out there. Many are called, but few are chosen. So sometimes you see artists come out there and people might say, oh, this and that. But when the chosen one come, when the people them who was elected to do it, then you're gonna see a difference. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give it up for a lot of these great reggae artists out there that's doing it right now. You know what I mean? Look at even Boja Banton. You know what I mean? You have to give it up for him. Since he come, he's been selling out a lot of places since he came out. You know what I mean? So the music is really on the rise. You know what I mean? Even Adidja Palmer is doing, you know what I mean? Like right now, I like a song that he do. Today is a new day. Give thanks for life. You know what I mean? That's a very spiritual song that he put out, and he's doing positive work right now and open up a lot of doors for dancehall music as well. You know what I mean? So there's a good look on the music, you know, and the music have a spike right now. And so we're just doing our part, playing our part of consciousness, you know what I mean, righteousness, spreading the conscious message to the people and bringing people together, because this is like food to the people them soul. This is what's going to get the people them together and making them feel good, because it's so stressful out there. Making ends meet, doing 2 jobs, kids to take care of, all these bills, you know what I mean, everything. America is so, sometimes it gets really stressful.
Oh yeah, especially
you know
right
what I mean? And so we bring in the food to your soul. This is what you need, the spiritual food. So when I say I can't stop the fire, it's not a fire that's gonna, wildfire that's gonna burn down people out so people are gonna get scared. This is a spiritual fire that true people, you know what I mean? They're gonna feel the consciousness, the music gonna come through to you. We're bringing the vibration to you. We're bringing the love to you. You understand? And we can't do it without the Almighty God. You know what I mean? Because through me, all things are possible. So we're getting people to get back spiritual. You know what I mean? And we can't do this without the spirituality. So we have to get back people on the spiritual part. You know what I mean? Because people get caught up in a lot of things and then shift from that spiritualness. So we have to get them back to that part and say, yo, remember I said, Jah govern things, you know. Look at the breeze, look at the sun, look at the wind.
Yeah.
I might get up and say, I'm not going to the studio today. Or I might say, you know what, I'm just chilling today and tomorrow I don't feel well. You think the wind could say that? You think the wind could come out and say, oh, I'm not going to come out today, I'm taking a rest. You know what I mean? We need oxygen.
Right.
So we get oxygen from the trees. So if the breeze out, we're going to get oxygen, or we're going to get air. What if the sun don't come out no more?
Right.
You know what I mean? What if the night don't turn into day? What if the night say, I'm going to take a break, I'm just going to take some just continuous day? You know what I mean? So you got to look at these things.
Right. Chuck Fenda, the force of nature.
Exactly. So
like that.
we have to come back with, and I'm so grateful to be here. I'm happy to be here. You know what I mean? We make a lot of sacrifice to be here, and we just have to be here to spread the message. So it's not about too much as like the money to me, more than to get to the people them, literally get to the people them, to give them the message. You know what I mean? And the message is love. You know what I mean? Good over evil at all ways. Good over evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't watch what is going on. The wicked could have never overthrow the righteous. No time. It may seem that way, maybe look that way, but it would never happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So hold firm, be strong, don't give up. You know what I mean? So we always giving them these messages and them to hold on upon it. So that's why I come with these songs now. You know what I mean? So we have these new songs on the album, Eternal Fire, you know what I mean, Gun Drunkra, you know what I mean, so much beautiful songs out there, Can't Stop the Fire, you know what I mean, Life is a Struggle.
On all platforms right now?
Yeah, supposed to be, yeah.
I don't think it's on Apple right now.
Yeah. Well, we might have
It needs
to.
to be.
Yeah. So.
And you recorded it here in the States?
No, we recorded in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes when you put out an album, reggae music is not a music that you rush, you know. So that's why you see people like they don't have the patience. So you can't rush the music. So sometimes even we have a song called Eternal Fire on the album that came out, and same is the title track of the album. And people start calling me and say, Eternal Fire, Eternal Fire. Since I got off the plane and I meet Miss Caroline, first thing she said, I love your song, Can't Stop Eternal Fire. So, and this song been around maybe a year or two, but it's keep boiling up. So you don't rush the music. It's about patience. So mankind have to have patience. So that's why I see a lot of people jump out of themselves because it's just the patience. They don't have that humility, just wait. You know what I mean?
Right.
So just calm. Just continue to work, continue to promote. It will happen. It must happen. We manifest that.
Yeah. It's hard as a consumer though, right?
Yeah.
On the receiving end.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, I want that new music.
Exactly. So yeah.
That's gonna be so good.
Definitely.
Huh. So you have some of my favorite herb anthems.
Yeah.
Like what role for you? Like what inspiration or kind of what role does herb play with your music?
You see, sometimes I'm on the corner. Sometimes I might just hold in a vibe and somebody come beside me, and a brother of mine I said, "Boy, John, I just bought this bag of weed over Garvey meat, and to it make me feel, John, I never born a weed so nice and but you know. So sometimes I pick up other people's energy. So my friends will maybe say something about it. So I say, if you see my eyes red like blood, my people just become, don't be afraid. If you see smoke coming through my nose, I just put some herbs in my brain. I tell you I could fly like a plane. Would you really think I'm insane? That one your Babylon can't sustain. I'm just like that old picture frame. I'm a herbalist farmer. And it's just like that.
That's how that came to you?
Yeah, because there's a vibration. Like when I was doing the song for Bobby Conda on Hot 97, and he gave me the Truth and Right rhythm. So Richard Spice went on when Richard Spice was recording, and Richard Spice went in the studio and said, "In the street is getting out, and the youth them a get so cold." And I said, "Wow!" And I was there. I said, "What am I gonna say on this rhythm?" And I just went in the vibes and I said, it's all about the weed.
Yeah.
How do you love the weed? Oh, go on farm and go and plant the seed.
Yeah.
Second, and it's like a anthem in California. This is one of the big, when I draw this song on Reggae on the River, the whole thousands of people just going crazy.
John Warrior Shelter's mixtapes at that time were so huge. And your songs were always like at the beginning, and just like turn it up.
It was like a anthem. I was like, I myself, I said, they really love this song like this. So it's like so many dispensaries, so many farmers down here. So many, you know what I mean, Humble County, all these other places. Everywhere, every dispensary I go in, they were telling me about that song. I was like, yo, this is going to be the theme song for y'all thing, you know what I mean? Yep. So, you know, and they put this song even in the Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, and that was in Grand Theft Auto.
It was just crazy even about that too. Because a lot of people was calling me and saying, yo, your song all about the weed is in Grand Theft. All over the world I go, people telling me Grand Theft Auto, all about the weed. For 400 million thing.
Oh yeah.
All about the weed. It's like a movie. I was like, wow, this song is just a monster. You know what I'm saying? So that's the effect. So that's why I know that until California feel the song. I was like, yo, I got to get back. When I came to Reggae on the River and I see the response of the people, how they act, people was running out of their beds, you know what I mean? Because the time when I went on, a lot of people was just in their tent.
Oh right.
And when they heard my name, people was running out.
Like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Around 6 o'clock, around 4 or 6 because I wasn't even supposed to work that time. I was wondering how come today, because they told me I was going to work at 9.
Yeah.
They told me I was going to work right before Anthony B. And then
Ooh, that would have been good.
and then they call me and like, hey, you know what? You got to work at 6 o'clock. I said, what? So I started getting ready. You know, I was like, well, if you say 6 o'clock, and let me get this thing going. But when I go out there, at first, in like 5 minutes, thousands of people showed up. I was like, where so many people came from? I don't know. But people was just running out from all directions. Just when they hear Chuck Fenda name, so I say, you know, I need this place because this place, people love me. You know how many messages I got since I've been here, since I got off the plane?
A lot.
So like some people just called me from California a while ago. People texted me from Vancouver. Say they driving 3.5 hours from Vancouver just to come to the Nectar nightclub just to see me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, yo, this is the love of these people.
Yeah.
The love, you know what I'm saying? So I really let me want to go harder now and push harder because I push this tour a lot, you know. I push all of the shows because I want people to come out and receive the message. But like I said, it take a whole majority of people, you know what I mean, to come together to understand my movement, what Chuck Fenda, who is Chuck Fenda, what does he stand for, what type of person he is, what is his personality, you know what I mean? I'm just here to do God's work. I'm just here to do the message of Rastafari and spread the message to the people. Them, I'm not into gun, I'm not into crime, you know what I mean? I'm not into nothing illegal. I'm just here to do God's work, you know what I mean? I'm just here to spread the message. And that's my thing, is to come back to America and continue this conscious path and bring the message to the people then, because I've seen that they need the food, and the food is the music. Consciousness, food to the soul. You know, when I bring my kids to school in the morning, sometimes I see the security guards and they're like, hey, Mr. White, how are you? And they're like, you know, and sometimes I see them and they will see me like saying something, and I'm talking to them sometimes, and I say, do you pray? And they're like, nah, we don't pray. I don't pray, I don't know. I say, I think you need to pray. But so sometimes a lot of places I go, people don't even think about the Creator. They don't think about nothing. They don't think about consciousness. They just live every day, just go to work, eat, go to bed. That's it. They don't connect to the universe. They don't pray, nothing at all. They just live like that and just think that's how life is. So I'm saying that if I could bring the message to these people and get them aware about God and get them aware to consciousness and bring a spiritual vibes to them, you know what I mean? Because I see how they eat and how they just eat anything and just live certain way, and these people are sick within themselves because they don't have the spirituality within them. So I'm saying I would love to get this message across to the people then. So that is my mission. It's a steep road, it's a steep order, but I know it will be done. You know what I mean? And we're going to start it. And we started already. We're going to start it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to get the message to the people then. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing right now. We're just getting the message out there and get back the people them and get back that vibration. So nothing has changed. You see, you know, same Fender, same energy.
That's right.
You see if you be at the show tomorrow, you're going to
sure.
see that. It's no joke.
So tell somebody who hasn't, like imagine I hadn't seen you before, like what could I expect when I come to see your show?
When they come tomorrow, you'll see. Because sometimes the most I give it to me like when I read. I know what I'm going to do tomorrow, now, but sometimes you have something different for me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? When I came last year for Reggae on the River, I put the posters in my room on the wall, and I manifest the whole show. I'm performing the show already in my head. Or the MC call me, or what am I going to do? Everything.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say to the people, them sometimes that just come like the last minute I'm going on stage and say, tell the people them this, say this when I go out there. But if you miss something like this, you're missing something phenomenal, something
I agree.
amazing. And I'm so grateful for Miss Caroline and what she's doing. You know what I mean? Strengthen the music on this side, and I want her to continue to put on great shows like this, you know what I mean, and bring the energy to the people them and elevate her thing, because this is what she was here to do. This is her job, is to bring the music to the people and make the people of Seattle, Washington feel good. You understand? So we want her to take it outdoor now. So she have the Seattle Reggae Fest That's the next level she got to go to. Seattle Reggae Fest,
Yes.
where she have her own festival for the people of Seattle. So people could come out with their family, you know what I mean, and have a great time, big stage, get some sponsors, talk to corporate, talk to these people. You need a Seattle Reggae Fest. You need that.
Definitely. There's
You guys,
enough of a scene here.
yeah, so she needs something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we have to start from small and then we grow. But I see the vision in her with that. So the next time I come here, I'm supposed to hear Angola Record present Seattle Reggae Fest. And you start from a 2 or 3 little hours outdoor. Family fun day. People could come out and have a great time. You know what I mean? Come have different different foods from different countries. You know what I mean? Bringing people from all different, so you have all different type of food. People come out and experience the food, experience the love, and experience that great reggae vibration. And that's what we want for Seattle. You understand? So we started tomorrow, and that's what I want to talk to the people about, to say, yo, we have to have this. We need a Seattle Reggae Fest. You know what I'm saying? So it's the music.
Well, the community will help. However, I'm pretty intimate with the reggae community here in Seattle. I feel like they'll show up.
But you have reggae on the river. You have all of these big festivals. But Seattle is a great place. It's a beautiful place. Yeah. People show me a lot of love since I came off the plane. All I've been receiving is love, love. And that's what I love, is love. Because perfect love conquers all fear. Once love is there, it's so quiet. Atmosphere is so nice. People are so beautiful. You know what I mean? I was at Sprouted grocery store. The security is so nice. He wanted to come to the show. He was reasoning, you know what I mean? Everybody's, we're just holding the vibe with everybody. Everything is just beautiful. Yeah. So we're looking forward for a great show tomorrow. Who haven't heard about the show, I would love for them to know about it. You know what I mean? All the major platforms here, everybody have to come together and work together. Yep. There's no division thing, because, you know what I mean? United we stand, divided we fall. So let's join together. So you have your event, she come and support your event, you support our event, we all come together and we get good sponsors and stuff and put on this major thing. I hope next time I come, I'm coming for a Seattle Reggae Fest.
Me too.
All right?
Me too. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Seattle tomorrow, LA Friday. And then you're in NorCal next week.
Santa Cruz. Or
Mozale.
At the Mozale. And then we at Arcada, Umbrella nightclub or something like that. Yeah.
And then you head out to Europe?
No, and then we head to Ambrose, and then we head to Belinas, and then we go to Oakland.
Oh, okay.
So we have like six, 7 shows.
All that where, on Instagram?
Yeah, so you could check out Chuck Fenda Instagram. CHUCK _FENDA. That's Chuck CHUCK _FENDA. And yeah.
That's where they'll find it.
Yeah, find it.
All right, please. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, man. It's a joy. All right?
All right.
Love it. Sensimedia. Helicopter of the year, police are move through the square. Who go inform where the whole lot them here? Willie Koganja feel them off a carrel and tear. Sensimedia say we never have no fear, go and plant. And more marijuana we want. Sensimedia go and chant. At the highest grade we don't know we want. Sensimedia, give it up, all right.